Hi, it's Jerusha coming to you today on Wednesday, June 21st, 2017. What I wanted to do this video on is a comment question that Seba Trayu left on my last video. I'm going to link to the video below, how people treat me with dreadlocks in everyday life. And he asked me a question at the end. He said he has a question. For me, how do you feel about Anna April recently cutting off her dreadlocks? I know you're a huge fan. When I first saw the video, I immediately thought of you. Well, I was writing a comment back to him on the reply, and it disappeared from my computer screen. I had just recently, like today, finished watching her sequence of videos on her cutting off her dreadlocks, and actually her doing it on camera, which is great. And she did that in 3 parts. And Anna April is gorgeous. She could be a model. It's been mentioned before to her. Okay, she's 25 years old now. She's had her dreadlocks for 8 years, and she got them when she was 16 years old. So her getting rid of her dreadlocks, to me, makes a lot of sense. I spoke in an earlier video, not really wanting to be noticed that much for my dreadlocks, wanting there would be more of a neutral response. I like that. So what I say to her about her doing it is, well, she's very attractive, and her dreadlocks were very attractive, possibly added to her attractiveness for a lot of people, possibly even for me, you know. So for her to lose the dreadlocks is a growth for her to do that. And well, all of her adult life she's had the dreadlocks, so she wants to move on. And thank goodness her boyfriend, who she mentions, he is very excited about her getting rid of her dreadlocks. Before he saw them, he was super excited about it. He didn't know when she was going to do it. And I'm glad he's supportive of that. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying I wasn't disappointed, but I did see it coming. I did see it coming. There's only a certain amount of time that she could probably put up with it, her dreadlocks, before she would just need to make a change. I believe it's probably a little bit of a, having your dreadlocks is kind of like some kind of burden. I'm not sure what kind of burden, but mine aren't that old. They're not as heavy stuff. So having a burden, yeah, like some people have really beautiful long hair, but they love to cut it off and get a pixie cut or whatever, donate the hair. You know, they love to do that. And if you tell them, oh, you got rid of such beautiful hair, it's like, it's annoying. I'm sure they don't want to hear that, and they're happy for the change. It's not just about the way it looks anyway, it's also about your lifestyle and the way you feel with it. If it's inhibiting your enjoyment of the summer, that is a perfectly great reason to get rid of them. So yeah, I would say good for her. I would say I wasn't like a huge fan of her videos, but I did enjoy watching them. And I enjoyed seeing her with her dreadlocks, because her dreadlocks were very different than most other dreadlocks I've ever seen on a white person, on any kind of person. Her dreadlocks were really different, and she didn't do a lot of maintenance on them, and yet she had a lot of, I don't know, they had a lot of like wild qualities to them. What's it called? Yanni uses the word, not irreverent, but something like that. Something that means kind of like that about dreadlocks. Some people's dreadlocks, and it's a compliment. It's like, these are wild dreadlocks, but that's not the word she uses. But anyway, that's what I'm thinking. So one of the romantic views or ideas with me about getting dreadlocks is that there is a romantic, like, wild quality to it. And I think that might be why some people are attracted to people that have dreadlocks. It's like, if you have good hygiene as well as having the dreadlocks, and maybe having them be long potentially, it's like this quality of being wilder, you know, wild in the primitive way of there's something very attractive to that, I think. So it's one of the reasons I wanted to have dreadlocks. Not the only reason, but I think it was one of the things that drew me to them. And I think that some people that have spoken to me in real life also were kind of like looking for that when they saw the beauty of dreadlocks, which dreadlocks can be beautiful. They're just not usually like that every day, all day long, all the time. But April could have been a model with the dreadlocks. She could be a model probably without them too, but she could have been a dreadlock model, like a model that has dreadlocks, and that would have been pretty cool. I'm sure there are a lot of other models that might have dreadlocks that I just don't know about because I don't pay attention to models. But I think it's cool. I think it's also cool when models have tattoos and different kinds of body modifications. Have a good day, and thanks for watching. All right.